Hey everyone, and welcome back. So I wasn't expecting to do a news video actually so soon. So a lot of this was actually very last minute, but it's definitely for a good reason. One, we actually got the December announcements coming from both Shout Factory or Shout Studios, whatever they're calling themselves now, and Scream Factory. I was kind of thinking maybe it would be like another week before we'd hear something, but nope, definitely all got announced today. And also the Vinegar Syndrome October titles are now up for pre-orders. So first up, I'm going to go through the Shout titles, because definitely quite a few. There's actually a lot more here than I was even expecting. Let's start off with the one that it's a newer film, so I have no clue anything about it. I think it's one that Shout Studios is involved in, or they're like co-producing it or distributing it only or something, but I think they're somewhat involved. It's called The Kill Room with Uma Thurman and Samuel L. Jackson. In fact, I think it's playing now. I don't know if it's in theaters or in streaming or something, but it is set for December 5th, and there will be a 4K and Blu-ray edition as well as a Blu-ray DVD edition. Retails for $36.98. I have no further details as of now, but also I don't know anything about the movie, so but hopefully they add some special features. We do have a couple more 4K announcements. We do have two Blu-ray announcements, so I'm going to cover those first. First, coming December 26th, is the movie Last Man Standing, starring Bruce Willis. If I remember correctly, I think that's a Walter Hill film, and if I remember correctly, it's been a long time since I've seen it, but I think it's loosely based on Akira Kurosawa's Yojimbo, which I love Yojimbo. Now, being a Blu-ray, it is going to be Region A locked. Retails for $34.98. No further details at the moment. Those will be released down the line. Actually, I think for all of these, I think that's the case. I don't think I have any more details outside of just the title announcements. And the next up is a Blu-ray box set, Region A locked, and they're really quite putting these out, and that is the Shaw Brothers Classics Volume 4. I don't even think Volume 3 is even out yet. Retails for $169.98. And let's see, what are the films included in this one? So we get 12 films, and they include The Rebel Intruders, Two Champions of Shaolin, Legend of the Fox, Black Lizard, House of Traps, Masked Avengers, The Sword Stained with Royal Blood, that's a good title, Five Element Ninjas, Shaolin Prince, Shaolin Intruders, Holy Flame of the Martial World, and finally Opium and the Kung Fu Master. So a lot more Shaw Brothers films getting released, and again, further details will be released down the line. But still nice to see that these Shaw Brothers films are getting good releases. And now we move into the 4K releases from this. I think these are all like Shout Select ones. So first up, coming December 26th, it's a 4K release of Man in the Iron Mask, the film from 1998. It looks like a 4K set and a Blu-ray set. The included Blu-ray will be Region A locked. I think if any of these that have a Blu-ray, they're going to be Region A locked. And again, no more further details just now. Retails for $39.98. Next up, coming December 12th, is definitely one I think a lot of us probably will really, really appreciate. It's a 4K and a Blu-ray release of Clue from 1985. When that came out? Yeah, 1985. So happy this is getting a 4K release. So again, that's due December 12th. Retails for $39.98. And again, details will be released down the line. Next up, coming December 19th, retails for $64.98, is another Oliver Stone film, because they just recently released Natural Born Killers. And this is indeed going to be a 4K release of JFK. And this is going to be a 4-disc set, so whatever included Blu-rays are going to be Region A locked. Don't know all the details, obviously, just yet. I'm assuming it's a 4-disc set. It probably will have both cuts of the film, so maybe both cuts, so one 4K disc with the theatrical, one 4K disc with the longer cut, and then same thing with the two Blu-rays. I'm guessing. I don't know that. It doesn't say that here. I'm just throwing that out there as a possibility. But it's nice seeing that that's getting a 4K release. I'm kind of surprised Warner Brothers didn't actually do that themselves, but yeah. Again, due out December 19th, and then next up, coming December 5th, is a 4K release of Point Break, which is long overdue for a good release. And that'll be a 4K and a Blu-ray combo set. Retails for $39.98. Obviously, extras will be released down the line. Hopefully, they get some good extras for that one. But that one is definitely long overdue. And next up, we have, it looks like, two releases from Scream Factory. two or they're three? I thought there were three, or they're just two. I think they're just two. I think I was thinking there were three, but one of them is a box set. So they're both 4K releases. First up, coming December 19th for $39.98 is a new 4K release of The Dead Zone, the David Cronenberg film based on the Stephen King novel. That'll be a 4K and a Blu-ray set. Obviously, Blu-ray be region locked. No further details, but I assume it should port over some pre-existing extras at least. But really happy that is getting a 4K release. That one, because it's always had a really interesting look to it. So I think it'll look good in 4K. And then finally coming December 12th is a 4K box set of the Ring collection. Now this is, I believe these are the American versions, if I'm not mistaken. Retails for $89.98. It's a 6-disc set. So it'll be 4K discs as well as Blu-rays. So this will have The Ring as well as The Ring 2. And The Ring 2 will have both the theatrical and the unrated cuts, and as well as the film Rings. And again, no further details as far as extras go, but it is up for pre-order. Well, these are up for pre-order right now at the Shout Factory website. And most of these you can get posters as well if you order it from them. Otherwise, there should be, once Amazon links are up, I'm sure I will link to them in the description below. That should be a good one too, because I actually thought especially with the first Ring, I actually thought the American remake was really, really good. And I think that's it for the Scream Factor. I feel like I'm forgetting one. If I am, I'll include it in another video, but I think that's everything. And now we move over to the Vinegar Syndrome October titles, which are all up for pre-order right now on the Vinegar Syndrome website, and then we'll start shipping by the end of the month. Now I realize these might be a little bit of a mixed bag. I'm actually really excited about these, especially if you're a Troma fan. I think you might be happy. So first up, we have actually two of their, like sub-label releases. So first up is actually the first one in a new sub-label that they have called Distrib-Pix. I think I'm pronouncing that right. And it is Michael Finley's Flesh Trilogy, which has the three films from 1967, 68, and 1968 as well. These are like softcore films, sexploitation films. It's a 2-disc set. Is it region free? Yes, it is region free. And it comes with the film The Touch of Her Flesh from 1967, with a feature-length commentary by film historian Heather Drain, masterclass with Roberta Finley, an extensive discussion with actress and creative partner of director Michael Finley, as well as theatrical trailers for The Touch of Her Flesh and The Curse of Her Flesh, as well as an image gallery. And then disc 2 has The Curse of Her Flesh from 1968 and The Kiss of Her Flesh, also from 1968, and commentaries by film historian Heather Drain on both of those films. And all three films have new transfers from the original 35mm camera negative. So it's a new line that they have. Retails for $59.98, up for pre-order right now for $42.99. And then next up, we have a new one in the Vinegar Syndrome Archive line, the VSA line. Retailing for $44.98, up for pre-order for $29.99. That's actually quite a savings. Now this is a Region A locked Blu-ray, so just a heads up on that. And that is the film Magic Crystal, a martial arts film. Another Cynthia Rothrock film, which they've released a couple in the VSA line so far. Has a new 2K transfer from the original 35mm camera negative. Has the original Cantonese language soundtrack with newly translated English subtitles along with an English dub track. A new commentary track with film historians Frank Jang and Rick Myers. Just Don't Kill Me, a brand new interview with actress Cynthia Rothrock. Bin Bin on Magic Crystal, a brand new interview with actor Wen Bin Bin Chow Yu. The original theatrical trailer, as well as a 16-page booklet with an essay by Erica Schultz. And again, that's the VSA title. So if you're a subscriber like me, these two titles are not included in subscription, but we do get 50% off, just as a heads up. And now we get to the regular Vinegar Syndrome titles for the month, and there are 4. There's a 1 Blu-ray and 3 4K releases, and 3 of these are Troma releases, or Troma titles, and one of them is a bit of an exploitation classic. So we'll do the Blu-ray first. So first one is Rabid Grannies getting a Blu-ray release, and I believe it is a region-free Blu-ray release as well. Up for pre-order right now for $32.99. And by the way, these next 4 titles, if you are a subscriber like me, these are included in our subscription. It's got a new 4K transfer from its original 35mm inner positive. Commentary track with The Hysteria Continues. S Happens. Gotta watch my language on here. A brand new interview with producer Johan van der Westeen. I'm probably not even close on that one, but no offense to him. It's just obviously a very difficult name for me to pronounce. What can I do with this? A brand new interview with editor Philippe Revoet. Pretty Violent Stuff, a brand new interview with Troma president Lloyd Kaufman. Forgotten Scares, an in-depth look at Flemish horror cinema, feature-length 2016 documentary on the history of Flemish horror. Rabid Grannies, the story behind the film, an archival making-of documentary. Rabid Grannies, an 88-minute cut version sourced from tape, with an optional commentary track by director Emmanuel Curvin. An archival interview with producer Johan van... No offense, sorry, I just can't pronounce that. An archival introduction with Lloyd Kaufman, outtakes, and the original trailer. I haven't seen Rabid Grannies in a long time, so if I kind of don't really remember much from it, so it'd be nice to revisit that one. And then the next three are the 4K releases, and I'm super excited about these. In fact, this next one is probably the one I'm the most excited about, and that is for $35.99 up for pre-order right now is the movie Blood-Sucking Feast getting a 4K release, which I'm still amazed we're actually getting a 4K release. And that is, it's a 2-disc set with a 4K and a Blu-ray, and the Blu-ray is going to be region-free. So it's got a new 4K transfer from the 35mm inner negative, brand new commentary track, with John Sepunar, author of Blood-Sucking Freaks, The Life and Films of the Incredible Joel M. Reed. An archival commentary track with Eli Roth. Freaks come out at the drive-in, a featurette about the Tromathon 2023 screening of Blood-Sucking Freaks. Live commentary from a 2009 screening with director Joel Reed, Art Eniger, and Ken Kish. Q&A with Joel M. Reed. Cinema Wasteland hotel room interview with Joel M. Reed. An archival introduction by Lloyd Kaufman. Archival cast and crew interviews. Archival interview with Eli Roth. Archival interview with Chris Jericho, Blood-Sucking Freaks fan and professional wrestler, and an alternate title sequence. I am super excited about this one. I'm not gonna lie. This is definitely the one that made me the most happy. The next one as well, but this one specifically. And next up, also getting a 4K release up for pre-order right now for $35.99 is the movie Mother's Day. Another one I'm so happy is getting a 4K release. So it's gonna be a 2-disc set. Same thing, 4K disc and a region-free Blu-ray. So happy to see all these region-frees. It's got a new 4K transfer from the original camera negative, 35mm camera negative. It got a commentary track with director Charles Kaufman and assistant art director Rex A. Piano. You're a Sick Woman, an interview with actress Nancy Henriksen. My Brother and Me, an interview with actor Michael McCleary. Writing to Mother, an interview with co-writer Warren Leet. The Book of Mother's Day, an interview with producer Michael Kravitz. The Last House in the Woods, an interview with production designer Susan Kaufman and costume designer Ellen Lutter. Cutting Mother, an interview with editor Daniel Lowenthal and assistant editor Richard W. Haynes. Celebrating Mother's Day, an interview with assistant art director Rex A. Piano. Charles Kaufman, interviewed by Lloyd Kaufman. Interview with actress Tiana Pierce. Messin' Up and Deep Barrens, the location of Mother's Day, a tour of the shooting locations with assistant art director Rex Piano and Mother's Day superfan Brandon Hall. Archival interview with director Charles Kaufman. Charles Kaufman and Darren Boozman talk Mother's Day at Comic-Con 2010. Eli Roth on Mother's Day. 8mm behind the scenes with commentary by Charles Kaufman. Archival interview with assistant art director Rex A. Piano, theatrical trailer, TV spot, as well as multiple radio spots. So this thing is just jam-packed. This is going to be, I think, a really amazing addition. So happy that Mother's Day is getting such an amazing release like this. If you've never seen Mother's Day from Troma, it's actually, in my opinion, it's one of the best films that Troma has ever put out. And then finally, the last title of the month is a new 4K release, not a Troma film, of Mark of the Devil from 1970. It's going to be a 3-disc set. Is up for pre-order for $44.99. Now, this one is going to be obviously 4K disc region free. Looks like it's going to have 2 Blu-rays, but the Blu-rays will be region A locked on this one. But it does have a new 4K transfer from the original 35mm camera negative. Commentary track with director Michael Armstrong, moderated by Calum Waddell. Performing God's Work, a new interview with director Michael Armstrong. The Devil's Apprentice, a new interview with actor Udo Kier. That should be good. Words of the Devil, a brief guide to the screenplays of Michael Armstrong with lecturer and film historian Dr. Adrian Smith. A Hell of a Place, the locations of Mark of the Devil. Mark of the Times, a documentary from 2014 on the new wave of British horror filmmakers which emerged in the 60s and 70s. Hallmark of the Devil, author and filmmaker Michael Gingold on Hallmark releasing the controversial distributor behind Mark of the Devil's original US release. That I didn't know. That should be cool. A 2013 Q&A with director Michael Armstrong. Archival interview with actor Herbert Fuchs. That's F-U-X, by the way. Archival interview with actress Gabby Fuchs. Archival interview with actress Ingeborg Schoner. Archival interview with composer Michael Holm. an archival audio interview with actor Herbert Lom, outtakes, an alternate German language title sequence, archival artwork in an image gallery, as well as an English trailer. So this is cool. I actually have not seen Mark of the Devil in a long time. In fact, I think the last time I saw it was on DVD like a long time ago. I'm trying to think who put out that DVD. Is that Blue Underground or is that even Anchor Bay? Did that even go back to the Anchor Bay days? But anyway, it's been a while and I'm excited to actually revisit this one and to see it in 4K as well. And if you're not a subscriber but want to pick up pretty much everything that's here, except for the Michael Finley set, that's not included in this bundle, but if you want to pick up the the 4 Vinegar Syndrome titles along with a VSA title, they do have a package deal for $169.99 up for pre-order right now. So definitely a nice mix of stuff for this October. I was hoping they'd have some good stuff for this month now. I mean, granted, I realize these titles are a little specific. Some of you may not be interested in because it's not like, I think last year, didn't we get, was that October? We got like Amityville Horror and some other stuff. I'm excited about these titles for sure, especially for Mother's Day and Bloodsucking Freaks. Especially for Bloodsucking Freaks, I don't know why, but for some reason it's one of those films I think I saw like when I was really young, and I kind of felt like I was like kind of like, oh, maybe I shouldn't be watching this, and stuff. I don't know. Who knows, Who knows why certain things kind of get locked in our heads. But I'm super excited to get all these films, both of those films in 4K, along with Mark of the Devil, and even Rabbit Grannies. Looking forward to revisiting that one. So a lot of good stuff here to kind of go over in this video. If you have any questions, let me know. I'm trying to answer them. Unfortunately, the Shout stuff and Scream Factory stuff, I don't really know anything more beyond, until they release further details. But I don't know. Maybe I can try and dig up something. And let me know your thoughts on all these announcements. And as always, thank you for watching, and I will see you on the next one.